do one more set, though. I think I only have time for one more set. Because I think I'll be pushing my time if I do it too much, so I'll do the one set. Won't go for a clear next week, though. But it's okay. That's okay. Because like, I really had to push the limit there, and I did really good pushing it there. I still have to have a better plan for those enemies there. And I kept getting pushed back to those AoEs. That kind of sucked. Because I was trying to get them in a corner, and then I would witching on the corner, but I went to an open spot, and that definitely is not going to be a good recipe for success. At least you get to see 4-1 again, so hooray. The last set we'll do, because I think it might be a little tight on my time to do the next set. Do this. Nice opening Bark Bomb. And like, I did have a plan, which was to like rely on the witching to get me through. But I don't think it's either I needed to not do the witching or just make myself in a better position there. I think it was probably positioning that kind of wrecked me. Probably more what it was than anything. But those are the risks I gotta take. Like, otherwise I'm not gonna really get the lesson, you know? If I'm afraid to do scoring, then I'm not gonna get anywhere with scoring. So I'm not really too concerned about that. Like, I'm not upset by that. Well, at least we got it cleared today, so we'll take it. Oh, there was a respawn in like 5 seconds. I should have waited for it. It's not a big deal. Okay, this is gonna be a 3-room. Strength right away. Sprint. Oh look, it's a 3-room. How did I know? I missed one. Feels bad. I level 80 myself, slowly getting there. I will actually do temples now, though, because the XP is good. Just be careful, because it's always about, I think, 4 levels under you until it caps at 80. So, like, if you're working on a certain map, you might be all of a sudden realizing that you're at a higher tier. But I feel like it's less threatening. It's almost very much like Abyssal, where Abyss was like, even though it was 1 level higher, because you didn't get the modifiers originally, it wasn't that bad. I don't know if I'm doing another character, though. I'll see. Because I'm starting to, like... I feel like I'm winding down from the speedruns. If the build that I have later doesn't work, then I'm definitely gonna be, like... a free agent after that. I don't know, maybe I'll try to do another character. I don't know if I don't like Druid though. If I can solve mana, I think my character is in a good spot. Damn, seems right. I was thinking about doing another sorcerer, but I don't know. I think I still like the witch better. See, that helps a lot. Like having the high energy shield helps a lot. So yeah, sure. Good old danger tech. I think I was here long enough to have a respawn. Yep, right there. Only doing T7, T8, but I did shred the Fire Ice dual box simultaneously. Yo, let's go. Oh, because it cuts through? Because Winter goes through it. Right, because they hit both, right? So they're big. They got big hitboxes. So. Uh-oh, it's the mimes. Oh, the small ones. Oh, the witches. Yeah. The witches. Because I remember the dialogue from my witch, and she just basically gets perturbed that she's not recognized as a witch, essentially. This could be a little bad. Actually, I will just do it. Because if they collapse on me, that might be bad. I basically made a FF14 build for the game though. I don't do that much damage, but when my burst lines up, I do a lot. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of it when I was doing Sorcerer. I almost felt like I was doing a 14 rotation, which is kind of funny because there's so many basically you're setting up so many things, buffing this and that, and then yeah, it was kind of funny. I agree with you there. Yeah, I don't mind doing, like, setting up for a big damage burst kind of thing. It's more like me remembering what buttons I have to hit that becomes the problem. What level are we? 4? Okay. I want to try that Jade Isle boss. I'm scared. Which one is that one? The one above? Like, right and like from a regular map boss below a pinnacle boss kind of thing? I would have liked to have done it Siri, but... Oh yeah, I don't do those. I avoid those because I am also scared about taking too much. I remember doing the monkey on Witch, and I just stood in the wrong spot, and I almost died because I took all of the chaos damage to the face, which was not pleasing, let me say that much. Wait, actually, slight fortune. I have 3 fortune. I'm gonna use it. Did I miss these? What? I totally missed them. Give me that lineage gem though, like big time. Unless I get lucky from the world drop. Maybe temple lineage. Yeah. I got a lot of good lineage from the temple, a lot faster. I mean, Abyss will give some lineage, but it's a little bit more rare. 2 learning traps. I'm glad I did this. Very good. Yep. Oh, oops. Okay, that was good. Witching, would have nice if I tried to open that earlier, but oh well. It is what it is. Score 1, what's up, Miran? We did a 1.9 in Dragoon, which I'm kind of happy with, considering the way that run went. It died just now at 38, but it's okay. We'll set up the file again. So, I mean, it's always a scoring. What do I call it? A scoring learning experience. Wouldn't call it a full-fledged scoring situation, but I'm still learning. So, I mean, scoring prog is, I guess, the best way to put it. Hope you guys are doing well. You wanna go? You wanna go? Oh, yeah, I died at 38. I pulled like about 6 tentacle ladies, and it got a little messy. I had a plan, and the plan didn't work, so it's okay. Like, I'm not really upset by it. It was just very difficult to manage it, but it's okay. Like it's one of those things where I needed to try, and I needed to find out what is gonna happen. Otherwise, how else am I supposed to know? I don't 100% know what I would have done better yet, though, but I'm sure when the opportunity presents itself once more, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I put myself in the middle of it. See, that was the problem. I put myself dead center and just took it all in. So, where's the chest? Okay, it's over. Like, I was trying to hug a corner so that I would kind of like be able to witching them through a wall, but I didn't go as planned, essentially. I don't have... Oh, wait. Did I not hit this one? Oh my god. What's my time? I think we're fine. Is that on Red Mage? Yep. We're doing it on Red Mage. That's a lot. So Red Mage is the next adventure so far. Strength, Fortune... Casters get destroyed by... Yeah, I know. No, that's fine. Like, I was dead in 3 hits. It like... It wasn't so much that. It was just more... I think just the decision I made to deal with them was not quite good enough, so it's okay. Yeah, it's like I don't blame the job at all. In this case, it was just my execution was poor. Pull this one. I am always way too greedy with the witchings in 31. I have to active mine. Oh, see, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I was ready to use it. Like, that was in the plan. I was going to witching the full group, but I didn't get them like put together in a good way. So that's just what it came down to. I had a witching ready for that, and then I used it, but it was too late because I used it in a panic as opposed to like in a strategic spot. I was just trying to get them all together, but it got messy. Awesome, you're still streaming. I was working the whole time. Yo, yeah. Well, I'm on my last set, unfortunately. I will be hitting my time limit, but yeah. At least we'll finish this set and we'll go. Like I could do one more set, but I think it'll be a little too tight for me, so I'll relax a bit. Unfortunately, though, next Monday I probably won't be available, so just heads up on that one. I'll be back the Monday after. So next Monday, no stream on my part. When you used Nova, did you get a lot of damage? So I positioned Nova. Okay, so what? Oh, hold on. So what Nova did for me, Ross? I hit buttons incorrectly. Okay. What Nova did for me was freeze potential. So essentially, I'd run up to a group of mobs and just freeze them, and then deal whatever else I need to do. Like it didn't do that much damage. But I wasn't looking for it to do damage. Even with an empowered Nova, I wasn't quite using it for the clearing. Like he was doing moderate damage, but a lot of my clear was from like the Djinn at the time. It was like a combination of Djinn and Ice Nova. I think I would two-shot trash mobs, and then I would take a little bit more effort for magic, and obviously I would do the full burst on rare. But yeah, it's basically just walk up with an empowered Ice Nova, and just like anything that came at me, instant freeze, and then deal with them after that. I would use, and then on bosses, I wasn't really using Ice Nova on bosses because I wouldn't stay up front a lot of times, so I was just generating Ice Nova just to get the power charges for the spell totem. I can give it a spark for mana remnant, which should solve my mana issues, but Spark is my filler between Eye and Winter. Gotcha. Spark and Nova compete for ice fusions. Yeah, I mean I boosted my Ice Nova to be purely freeze. That's it. That was its main purpose, but it was pretty strong when you had everything into ice, you know. I liked it. What time is it? 42. Yeah, and then it was like a combination of empowered Ice Nova, the Djinn, and then if the pack was big enough, I would commit to using Spell Totem, clean up, because they just basically spammed how many comments? 1, 3, 7 comments total. So they would just clean up, and then I would basically spam them too because I'd have enough power charges to keep going. Yeah. There you go. Like I said, like I feel like in hold on. What do I want to do here? It's a raw fortune. I did cap on sight. If this is a 5 room, I will do it. But if not, I will just fortune. So I'm gonna fortune. Inside bark. Yeah, like certainly like later in the game, I definitely am like very much noticing that you like to do like a massive amount of damage, you really have to just focus hard on one. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out with the speedruns right now, because my downside at the moment was that I have a really good Act 1, but it's splitting between physical and chaos, and it's either I take one or the other because something suffers in my build in Act 2, where it's either A, I'm doing really good map clearing, but then I can't kill the boss fast enough at all, or B, I have no map clearing, but I can kill the boss relatively respectably. And that becomes a dilemma. And even in early game, I mean, when you're going, like, you know, fast and everything, every little decision that you make makes a huge impact. It all boils down to the fact that you just need to focus one sort of damage. Like I don't see the viability of being split unless you have like uniques to build around it, you know. Or like if you're doing say lightning, it's just enough to get spark. That's all it's doing. I'm sorry, to get shock. That's all it's doing. It's just a shock. You're not doing damage. You're just getting shock, and then you move on with your life. Wait, didn't I have a... I did, yeah. I'm going crazy. I'm like, didn't I use one just so I can pick one up? Okay. But I use Wall of Lightning for shock since it's more effective at it and can exposure with a gem too, which creates like 90 ground. Yeah. But you obviously need the damage to be upped a little bit to shock. Unless you do something like Drench. Really? That's... Okay, this is... funny, but yo, thanks for the follow. Becky, appreciate that. Hope you're having a good Monday. Yeah, like my dilemma right now with the speedrun, it's the fact that you can't run curses and you can't run exposure because they become obsolete by Act 4. So you have to have damage that's going to carry you basically from Act 3 to Act 4. At level 31, and it's rough. And essentially, to me, it just boils down to physical, because I tried fire, I tried Black Flame, but it just wasn't cutting it at all. I mean, granted, maybe I didn't have the right supports, but still, like, it just didn't feel like it was pushing damage at all. That sucked. Whereas with physical, you break armor and then you're doing like the same amount of damage as like no matter what. So I think it really comes down to physical. I hate the fact that it gets kind of boiled down to that, but it is what it is. I'm going. All my damage nodes are spell and elemental, so I think any damage... Oh, that's smart. Yeah, that's true. Gives you that spread. But the damage pen was good. I think that's where I was kind of excelling, was because I had a lot of damage pen on ice. I think I had like almost maybe like 20 to 30 damage pen on ice, which is big. I'm totally gonna get this. When eventually burn out of this theory season, then break until next season starts. Yeah, next season should be April, I think. Right? If it goes along the lines of the timing, should be April. I might be burnt out already. Or it's just because I'm focused on speedruns. Really? Really? If I could give me one of his 10,000 greater jeweler orbs, that would be awesome. We'll get into T15s, you get a lot of them. I'll just hold. Yeah. That's what I need too. Oh, you got a kick-ass force, nice. That's fair. Yeah. Hey, okay. A little fast on that kill, but that's okay. I'm a little bit higher level than I was on the previous run that wiped, so that's not too bad. Time's it. Man, I could squeeze out another run if I go in right now. Okay. I'm gonna hit an ad really quick right now, and we're gonna go into it right now. Do you have any tips for Palace of the Dead? I tried it and got up to level 10. I kind of want to keep going. Any advice on a pugilist? Ooh, pugilist? Hug the walls. Faint pulls. Faint pull. Are we D-lots free? I have not had... I had a little bit of an issue earlier, Stowed, but no problems at all the entire stream, so... Alright, let me hit a... let's do a... I'll do an ad here, be a full ad, and then we'll step in. I'm gonna do the next set, because I can push this, so... BRB, thanks for watching. Let's go in right now. That'll be on schedule. Alright, so... If I can do it right now, we're good. I need 30 minutes, and I have 30 minutes. A big floor. Yeah, the world race solved DDoSing. 4 at 11. One more level and I'll be at 49% crit on Winter. That's what I'm gonna try to do for that's what I'm gonna try to do for my build later for speeds, is to go a lot of crit. See if it gives me some benefit. Because I usually don't go crit at all. I don't rely on crit. But Let's see, I'm gonna try this time. I feel like it's hard to justify running crit and fill your map. Kind of. But it's like one of those things where it's like... I need to try something, because I'm not getting success anywhere else right now. And I know the speedrun... some of the speedrun builds before did involve some form of crit. Because physical spells do benefit off of it, so... So I'm gonna see if I can push it more into that direction. Because, like, what you're looking for is the break armor. And you have a node that breaks armor if you crit. So you're looking at, like, you really need to try to crit a lot or a reasonable amount to get that armor broken fast as possible. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Welcome back on the ads, guys. I said I was gonna make the last set my final one, but I was looking at the time, and I think because I finished the last one a little bit early with 3 minutes left, it afforded me time to do this one, so it should be right on schedule. We'll probably literally like finish the set and then go straight into a raid, but at least I got you for 30 more minutes. It's really hard to justify crit if you don't have good sources, and I'm like 92. I don't like crit because my base crit's terrible. Faints? Faints. Hold on. Pop it up, pop, 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 beep, boop, boop, boop. Bump it up, bump. There, faint. It's your roll ability. At least you should have it on Pugilist, because faint is like your one way of pulling every 90 seconds. I mean, it's super, like, you know, it's whatever, but also at least it gives you some options to pull stuff. Other than that, it's just like you gotta get used to aggro because you're face pulling everything. You don't have a range attack, so you have to face pull everything. Yeah. I got hit with both of them. Oh, I did. Just kidding. Only came out I went through since it first hits 900 damage. I pinpoint crit habits and been investing in crit nodes, aim for 50% crit rate. Yeah, like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I didn't go crit for me on Eye of Winter, and the damage is very nice, so. But I was just focused in on like damage. Like just penetration and damage is kind of what I was looking for. So it seemed like it was good for me. I mean, I didn't die to like anything other than me being dumb. That's it. I died because I ran in, assuming my freeze was gonna be good, and then I got punched in the face 3 times, and that was kind of GG. So, oops, my bad. I think that's how I died essentially, and that's how I died on Witch too. It was kind of an oops, my bad situation. I was just careless. So. But the build was seemingly to be good. I mean, kind of what I showed you on the Witch thing, like on the Eye of Winter, like that's how most of my Eye of Winters were going, generally speaking. I clear slower than what I've done before because of setup phase, but it also means I can walk into boss with everything stacked. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I really liked the way I was running Sorcerer, because it was really good for maps. Because I essentially was just like, well, I mean, if I was on a keyboard, it was just basically hold down W and hit a whole bunch of buttons. Never, like, basically never stopped. Just freeze, blow up, drop a spell totem, freeze. You see like an abyss. Okay, back up, freeze them. Like I was playing mega aggressive too, because like I would be on an abyss fissure, and once they start popping in, I'm just spamming Ice Nova and freezing them as they come up. Like I was just super aggressive, and just wiping them before they even spawned. Like that was kind of where I was at, which is great. Oh, that was worth it. Okay, that was really worth it. I should probably use it, though. I don't want to overcap. I forgot I could do a logout trick. I forgot that's a thing. Right, I can log out and do all that. Huh. Dude, you know what's so funny? Is that, so what I'm talking about in here for Deep Dungeon is if I were to log out right now, first and foremost, I don't lose the file. Second, I can desummon the fairy. I mean, here, I'll show you. Wait, not exit the game. Log in. So you can desummon the fairy by logging out, and obviously you can get back in because we've proven that you can. So I'll do it right now, let's just do it. So, like, one way I could have done is if I picked up the wrong fairy, I could log out, and then log back in, and then pick it up this way. So, like, technically I can get 100 points now by taking the fairy that's in the thing, but I would prefer to have the Mazerd. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can consider it a cheese strat, but to me, like, strats are something where, like, if everyone can do it, then I think it's fine in a sense. Like, everyone can log out. But also, this is so niche, right? So it's like, whatever. What do you call it? It's funny because when I was watching the Path of Exile speedrun, they were using logout to, like, take advantage of mechanics. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so basically one of the mechanics they had in Path of Exile was if you got knocked down from sprinting, if you logged out and logged back in, you would just get up. Like, you wouldn't register the knockdown. That's hilarious. So that I have it gone, so I could go and, like, pick up the incense now if I wanted to, which I won't because I want the maze root more than the bark bomb. I think it's circumventing a problem of the game design that you can't overwrite them. So you think it's incorrect for them that you cannot override it. So the game is the mistake, not the intention. Got it. Okay. I'm not saying that to say you're wrong or anything. I'm just kind of understanding what you're saying. When you get screwed out of your bark in the 80s, yeah, do what you gotta do, man. I mean, as long as if you wanna take the hit of the time, then yeah. Okay, bomb's coming in. Let's do a sight because that's at 3, and that smells like... Oh, damn it. Oh, rip. But I got a learn trap, so I mean, it worked out. You. I'll definitely be dumping Unes for onions. Oh, guess we're gonna fortune. Also, I'm gonna steal because I got one. I didn't dump my flights, I forgot. Rip. No one reminded me. Chat didn't do it again. Oh, and you know why? Because I did think of it, but the problem was I walked into the 9th floor with no items, so I couldn't do it. Rip. It was bad. Thanks, Religion. You always got my back when I need you the most. Which was yesterday. Oh, thank you. Hey, Tampax, how you doing? Rushing through this last set to some extent. I am opening chests and I don't want to. Okay. I have 2 flights? Sick. Alright, let's go, dude. I'm gonna check to see if I had a respawn behind me. Nope, I'm out of here. I could do an affluence. Oh yeah, and we got a bomb. We got Godmother coming into next floor too, so... Bum, bum. This is like another 3-room, possibly. It is a 3-room, rip. Really? Come on, man. I call shenanigans. Devotion. Devo. Purity. Got a lot back. Video. Again, as a reminder, we won't be live next Monday, so this time slot will unfortunately have no stream because I just got scheduling stuff. But during the week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week will be all Octopath Zero. We're definitely in mid-game. Hopefully gonna get closer to wrapping up the game. I hope, because I got another game coming in next Thursday. So I hope I can get that in. So if you want to check out, chill out in the Octopath streams, I would love to have you. And as always, if you have Deep Dungeon questions, you are welcome to ask them if I'm not doing Deep Dungeon. That is perfectly okay, so don't feel too bad about that. You got this burning question you need to get off your chest about Deep Dungeon. Yeah, at least you get to enjoy a little Octopath while asking me said question. Bought Hero's Journey from my machinist, mistakenly sold one for one of the 6 rings that we're trying to make space. Couldn't buy it back. Contacted GM. Was told to wait until they investigate. Usually, when it comes to that, they can restore like 1 item per account, so it happens. Okay, let's do that. Good luck with that. Wow. The most toxic thing you've ever told me, Wallen. I can't believe it. Also, I'm kidding. I want to do probably a... Nah, Sight's too aggressive. I mean, I want to do the Poison Fruit. I mean, I could do the Maze Route. Maybe the Maze Route for a triple Poison Fruit? Yeah, sure. Or no. I don't know what I'm gonna do in my life, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do in my life. This is a pretty big room, so I'm gonna do a Sight. And then I'll go Poison Fruit to Poison Fruit here. Yeah, but I was doing the math, Wallen, and like hearing again the time it takes to probably finish the game based on how much time I have left. Like I don't think we're gonna hit it before Arknight. But I don't see I mean, again, I don't necessarily see myself being Arknight long term. So we probably just get back into it after I finish up. Not that big of a deal. Although I definitely don't necessarily enjoy having to put down a game that I didn't finish. Because that is... I mean, not that I see myself not finishing the game for specifically Octopath, because I am having a good time, but that is what happened to Silksong. That Silksong took the hit for that one, so... I don't think so. My gut tells me no. So Octopath 1, I did it on Switch, which didn't have achievements, so it didn't matter. But I didn't do everything. There's one thing I didn't do, which I kind of feel bad that I didn't do, but I didn't do it. Which was doing the super boss. I never killed the super boss. Octo 2, by beating the super boss, it made me get platinum, so it was just part of the thing. But the thing with Octopath 2 was that I did basically everything during the gameplay, so I nailed 100% while just regularly playing the game, which was kind of convenient. Pretty sure I think we did a couple things that was like just to make sure I cleaned it up, but we didn't do too many things outside to grind out platinum, so that was simple enough. And I don't look at achievements until I beat the game, which is suboptimal, right? Because if you know what the achievements are, you can always push for them and kind of push towards them during the gameplay. But to me, that's spoilers, because what if I see something I shouldn't have seen before? So that's why I don't look at the achievements until I beat them. So, and my gut tells me that some of the achievements are probably going to be really annoying. So we'll see. If it seems like I'm within I'm within range, like it's not too bad, I might go for it, but it's not that important. And I do want to kind of get the Star Rapture. like sooner rather than later, so we'll see. You haven't looked at the achievements either. Yeah. Like there's a couple things I'm looking at as I'm playing the game, and it's like I can see how this and that can be achievements, and I'm like, ooh man, that's just a lot of legwork that I'm not sure I'm gonna be up for. Because like it really worked out in the first 2 Octopath games, because again, if you played the game like you did everything along the way, essentially you were going to get platinum, and that's kind of nice. But it is kind of time permitting, so unfortunately time does not necessarily permit. Speaking of Octopath. Whoa, the Mimic died! That Mimic was dead. Oh good, my flights. Well, that for me. Oh, I have mortification. Oh right, forgot. Eat my thunder. Decided to take a break in my pursuit of Necromancer and tried my hand at Heaven on High. Died on 61 on my first try with Aetherpool levels 20-21. Yeah, 61 hits you already hard at capped Aetherpool, let alone 21. So that's pretty good though. Like, good job getting it that high. Yeah, 61 Ani Ryus are definitely a welcoming committee, that's for sure, for Heaven on High. They humble you very quickly. Beep 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 boop 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 beep boop. Difficulty goes from -10 to 100. Quick from... It does. It really does. I mean, I think 51 to 60 eases you in a little bit, but the jump is still pretty significant from 60 to 51 to 61, in my opinion. I think it's unlike any jump that you'll experience in Deep Dungeon, because I feel like Palace of the Dead scales pretty normally. I mean, I guess you can technically argue... Well, no, I think... In EO, it's like reverse in EO. EO, I think the mob HP and how fast or how slow things die kind of appropriately go up from like 1 to 40, and then you get to 41, and then it feels more reasonable after that. PT feels very... It feels very tuned. That's one thing. Argue what you will about PT. I think the way they do the scaling here is pretty appropriate. So yeah, like you get the biggest jarring experience from Heaven on High. Not to mention, Heaven on High is also in a situation where that wasn't what it originally was because of the stat squish back in Endwalker, right? They had the stat squish and then they didn't really adjust it thereafter. So it was just kind of like, whoop, okay, well this is the version of Deep Dungeon you now have. So good luck. I'm probably gonna start doing really. I can't believe it. Ross has returned from retirement. Sorcerer main back in Deep Dungeon. Let's go. Oh, you know what was one interesting realization, Ross, about Sorcerer that I never knew until I played the job? Was like, I think we had like discussions about running like Contagion and Essence Drain In terms of the beginning, like the beginning opening act and everything, maybe up to Act 3, well, maybe like Act 2. And so for me, I always thought like it was a viable option for Sorcerer, not realizing that Sorcerer takes the same passive tree area as Witch, but you have different passives than Witch. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was just the same thing. So like the nodes that were for Chaos for Witch are elemental damage for Sorcerer. So you never get Chaos damage anywhere at all. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but no, I think you get nothing. There's like no Chaos damage. So you can never build Chaos on Sorcerer if you wanted to. Well, it's still pretty bad because there aren't very many resources for Chaos to begin with, even on Witch. So don't even ask, chat. Don't even ask, man. But they didn't pay attention to the guide about the enemies and the octopus-looking mobs that didn't me in. Yeah, those are the ones that always do everyone in. Yeah, so yeah. That's it. That's all that's there, and it's not even enough. I mean, I've ran Witch with like every Chaos node that's in the middle section, and it still didn't feel like I was doing enough damage. So I think you have to play with like Volatility, which I still haven't seen any gameplay of it yet, but it doesn't sound fun, that's for sure. But I think it's more for like Ascendancies. That's good. It has 5 greater and 1 perfect essence. 6 essences in 1 section? Really? Early game by comparison? Well, I think it comes down to a specific build though, right? I mean, like, Shield Wall is kind of your go-to for that. I don't know what Mercenary is though. I mean, clearly Mercenary is the best class at the moment for speeds, but... I mean, the fact that you can scale your damage to armor is kind of nutty. Because then you can keep your defense very high and just level 1 stat, and then boom, you still have a massive amount of damage. While under-leveled, mind you. Like, that's the big thing. You're under-leveled and you're doing it. Perfect Strike always destroys before you get Shield Wall also. Yeah. It's very interesting how Perfect Strike was the go-to strat in the previous speeds, but once Act 4 got introduced, it got phased out. And it got phased out early too. Very interesting to me. Maybe because of the patch updates and whatnot, but because I think the previous speedruns they were using Perfect Strike all the way to the end. I want to almost corrupt and see what happens. I wouldn't corrupt it. Well, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't corrupt it. Maybe. I mean, YOLO. Who cares, right? Unless you need something really badly. Yeah. Just don't die, Forehead. Not that hard. I hit the wrong button. Yeah. Look what I remembered. I'll do it now because I'm gonna forget it. Okay, good. There we go. That's what I'm putting my Athos into. That was Nick's joking advice, but it was literally the best way to get it. Would you won? Yeah. We did it. Alright, made it. Alright, guys. Pleasure having you here. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me for these 5 hours that we were here. If you haven't already, join the Discord, join the channels, the YouTube. I do have an Instagram, which I haven't posted anything for a while, so there is that. The part 2 of the interview is very close to finishing. I'm literally on my last answer for the video, so I'm gonna maybe wrap it up today or tomorrow. I have to proofread it, and then I have to make an intro outro, so I'll do that Wednesday. So you might look at the release of part 2 sometime this week, so look forward to that. I've been chipping away at it. I was hoping to release it today, but then I got a little distracted with Peoria speedruns. So yes, Octopath all week. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And hopefully I can get close to beating that game because I'm running out of time for Arknight coming in next Thursday. Arknight is next Thursday already. I'm excited to play that game. So that's what we got coming up close in the near future. So again, next Monday we're not going to be here. No stream next Monday because I got some scheduling stuff, but I'll be back the Monday after, and that's when we continue this file at 21+. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.
I don't have my time limit.
I am almost about halfway done with my day, so I still got
much
a day
longer
to go.
than I usually
I'm gonna
do.
go see who I can because I'm still addicted to Arknight. Monday's ever happy. You know what? They're happy for me because I get to see you guys. This is my Monday, you know, with you guys for like 5 hours or plus. So I'm happy. I'll keep you guys company. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I think I'm deciding tomorrow to probably stay with Arknights because I gotta tell you, like I was basing on my prediction on that game similar to like Honkai, or Withering Waves actually. Withering Waves, I think I distinctly remember when we were streaming that game when it released, like I got very quickly to just like grinding farming mode like right out of the gate. So I didn't really stream it that much longer. I mean, I'm still playing it, but I didn't stream it that much longer because it was just me running around the world and just farming. And I haven't finished MSQ yet. I have too much things to do in that game, too much things to explore and unlock. So it's like, wow, I'm actually really impressed with how much content there is in that game. In general, like there's just so much. So I think there will be enough for me to do to keep streaming it. So I'll probably stream it at least tomorrow. And then when I feel like I'm like, yeah, there's nothing much more I can like push out of that game, then I will on stream. I mean, like I feel like there's things that I do on stream and there are things I don't do on stream, like that I'm okay with. So Tuesday I think we'll see more Arknights, and then we'll see what Thursday. What's up, Mr. Sadie? Good to see you. Just wipe pay for... Yeah, honestly, I was actually thinking about that. Actually, wiping early doesn't matter. Because we're not on that. I'm not on that level. I'm not on that floor restriction like I have been in the past, where it's like we're gonna do these set of floors, and then when I screw it up, then it kind of throws out the schedule. That doesn't matter anymore. However, DDoSing, yeah, if I feel like I'm playing, I'm not even enjoying the game, then yeah, you actually might see me switch. But I gotta do the sponsorship, so I would like to stay on 14 since we'll definitely get more people in here, or even just in general because you guys are like most of America is stuck in snow, so. I haven't played this game for 2 weeks, so we'll see how it goes. But happy Monday. Red Mage is our target today. If everything goes well, if I actually don't die here, I might actually get a clear, so we'll see how it goes. No promises. Holy shit, sorry. That is so fucking loud. I didn't change my thing. My bad, hold on. I don't think it's loud for you guys, but it is loud for me. Where's my profile? Default. Okay. Better. I forgot. I was supposed to change the profile and I didn't do it, so rip me. But I'm gonna operate with a little backup. I'm trying to wake you up. I'm trying to wake you guys up. That's what it came down to. I'm still trying to finish Heaven on High. I'm struggling with the 80s. I feel like everything's killing me with that steel. Everything would kill you with that steel. That sounds about right. I hate to say it, but that sounds about right. But it's an adjustment. We have a couple community members that are trying to get through Heaven on High at the moment, and it is rough out there, let me tell you. And I think once you kind of figure out like your balancing act of like how to get through the different enemies and whatnot, I think it'll start to make more sense. But it's just making that adjustment, especially if you're coming from, let's say, like Pilgrim's Traverse. Even more so do you have to make an adjustment. Holy moly. Gotcha looking different. Is it looking different? It's a bit loud. Why is it a bit loud? Did I pick the wrong profile? Or has it been soft because we've been playing the other games? Let me take a look. Pretty sure I picked the right profile. Maybe that works. Let's see how that is. I have a question. If you happen to have a Elder Magicite... Whoa, what is that like? Do you use it on the last boss? So, ideally, it's going to be better for the 91. It's going to be better for 91. It's better? Okay, I probably picked the wrong profile. I need to really name my profiles. I named the one for Arc Knight because I actually have to do a different profile for Arc Knight. Because, that's a little screwy in terms of just how it comes, how the sound is in my ear and how I generally have game music. But yeah, I mean this one, it should not be different unless I just pick the wrong thing. Now it's fine. Okay, good. I need to label this. I should label this as main instead of I have it as default 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I swap between them. I don't think that's really practical when I haven't done it for a while. You know what I mean? Fortune? Sure. Yeah, like nothing should have changed. I have no system changes, no updates. So if it doesn't sound like what it should be, then I'm doing something wrong, not anything else. Can I get a target? Start using some stuff. Purity, safety. I found a video you might be interested in, at least in the Discord. Okay, yeah, please. Was it Crimson Cast? Is that video possibly from Crimson Cast? What's up, Ross? Happy Monday, sir. Hopefully you're not getting dealt with any of the issues that we have with the snow and weather. Is Crimson. I saw that video because when I was looking at the PoE stuff, he was talking about how he had a video, and I didn't look at the video, but I was definitely interested in it. So yeah, share it. I'll probably pin it. 91 got it. I managed to get to 90s once I had to use the Elder Magicite, but took me 80. I think Wallen is typing out a really good one because it is a little bit more detailed than just wait for 91. Because like how I usually gauge it for me is what do you call it? It'll be definitely dependent on how 81 is going. So like I would go through 81 without thinking I have an Odin. I would go through 81 normally, generally speaking. And then I would look at 87 and see what my time looks like. Like, are we behind on time? Or are we ahead on time? And then I'll make my adjustment there. Because essentially you're looking at a trade-off, right? So if you're like, okay, well, I can get through to 90 boss, fight the 90 boss, but only use like 2 flights or something, then that trade-off is fine. But if you're going to use a Magicite to get to the boss than to Odin, it doesn't really trade off that way. So you rather go slower. You know, it's something about, it's the resource management trade-off that you're looking for, to see if it's worth you saving that Magicite for later or for now. And if it takes you a lot to get to the boss, you may want to think about how you're going to organize the Odin usage. Hello, Snack. Fair to shine computer to this, yeah. Can you plug your willingness to VOD? Of course you can, yeah. Do it. Ross wants to review your VODs. He's gonna judge you on stream. That'd be great. So if you want to be judged by Ross, then talk to him. Snack is his first victim. Is there a chest? Oh, what is this chest here? Steel. Oh, that's a nice steel. Good thing I'm very comfortable now doing everything below 80s. I did a million times already. Yeah, like the initial prog, right? Some people only look at the floor as their prog, but Heaven on High is very interesting because it's like you'll get someone who's like, oh, I can make it to 81 every time, but that doesn't tell the tale of what that actually means. Because if you can get to an 81, but your palms are like crap, then it's rough because it's like, well, you're probably not getting through 81 with really bad palms. So what you're looking for is to get to 81 with really good palms, and then that's when you're really progressing, and that's when you could look into 91. I mean, you're still learning 81 set even with bad palms, but it's a very different profile when you're looking at 81 with palms and then looking at 81 without palms. Like it's a completely different difficulty, and some people like they kind of like don't quite see the difference there until you start doing it more. Then you start realizing, oh, okay, now it makes more sense. Like the perspective of the whole thing, the whole set is changed when you're walking with things and or not, you know. You know, I get people saying like, oh, I have such trouble getting through 81 set. You know, my time is really bad. Everything sits so hard. But, like, they're walking with, like, no steel and, like, no magicites. And it's like, yeah, that's why time sucks. It's like, if I walked in there with what you had, I would say exactly the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? So the question is, why are the veterans and the guys who've done it so many times getting there consistently? Is because we get there with a lot of palms. And we have a lot of resources to work with to let us get through, you know? Good palms last run, but I underestimated a mimic. Oh, I got 2 pump? Yeah, I remember the one time on Summoner, I got one shot by mimic. It was awesome. I had Pox on, I think it was HP down. It crit me, and then I was dead. I'm like, okay. I was at full HP too. Amazing. And those are the things you just learn. And it's like, there's like things we can tell you about, but unless you see it for yourself sometimes, you just don't, oh yeah, forgot about that anyway. Devotion. I'm gonna burn a devotion now. How's my time? I've been getting a lot of 3 roots. Ghost of Purity, trying to get to 181 with your palms, minus Steel Lust, and Behemoth is nice accomplished each run. Yeah, first time I made it to 81 plus. It was with a lot of good palms. Then I died in 81 due to being an idiot. There's one time I got to 83 on White Mage, and I just didn't raising because I forgot. That was great. Good evening, Lynn. I don't know where you are in the part of the world, but hopefully you're not getting hit. You didn't get hit with a lot of snow because it was really annoying. I have to wake up really early tomorrow to handle some of that. So that's great, but I got to do what I got to do, so it's all good. Godmother. Safety? All right, I'll do it. Gonna get a lot of alterations. I think I'm gonna wait to burn mine. Okay. The snow was off and on air. We got hit with 13. I got hit with 11, 12. The two towns adjacent to me said 11, so I had to deal with the snow like twice yesterday. I mean, I planned for it, but still, it's kind of just annoying. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know, it's like, it's funny just because I'm in a region of the world where like it's not that it's whatever, but also it's not uncommon for us to get it. So I'm kind of like, yeah, 12 inches. You know, it's like I gotta deal with it. Whereas someone else would be like, that is like world-ending situation. But this mimic has to go. I'm not healing. I hit the wrong button? Okay, wait. I don't have steel on? There's a lot of things going on right now. Should have jumped back the other way. In northwest Poland, we don't have snow right now, but everything is frozen. Public chance got delayed. Dang! That's spooky. That's actually what we're worried about here, is the freeze. In the Midwest of the US, so it's but a lot of places are not. No, they're not. I still remember the story, Kitty, how Atlanta, Georgia, they get 1 inch of snow and the city shuts down because they never had that before. Like, they very rarely have that much, and they just get obliterated by 1 inch, you know. But it's like the same thing where it's like the same idea where someone from California, you know, they get hit with like a 5.0, a 6.0, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, you know, it happens. If we get hit with like a 2.0 earthquake here where I am, it's like everyone freaks out and it's like the world's going crazy, you know? It's just a matter of perspective. Over in Finland, one headline was snowpocalypse in US is like winter. That's a good headline. Yeah, what's up, Henry? Hope the storm... Yeah, it's fine. I'm just hoping like I'll be able to move around tomorrow because like I have things I want to do tomorrow. Well, my usual schedule that I want to do tomorrow, but we'll see. Today, it's definitely like, I looked outside, and like, the snow's the street. I can hear the plows going through, but I don't see... It's almost like they did nothing. That's what it looks like, you know? And they're doing something. Like, they're clearly trying to do something, but it's just the way the weather is. They're not able to kind of get through the sleet and the ice that's on the ground, so it kind of sucks. So it's gonna be fun trying to see if I can figure out how to drive tomorrow. Overnight we got maybe 2 inches, but it was a normal day. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be okay to drive tomorrow. We got nowhere near as close to those people predict. Really, we got exactly kind of what we were forecasted to get on our end. We were predicted to get 8 to 12, so we got 11. Right on par. I'm going too fast. I've been getting a lot of 3 booms. This is not a good score seed. Okay, let's go here. Another bomb. Organic bomb lady. My witching back, hell yeah. Corrigan's fortune. But yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe. I was catching up with all the new stuff that was going on with the weather and such. Serenity, which I could use. Yep. That's a big room. Oh, I did get a sight. I'm gonna use sight. Because maybe I get alluring. My area, couple hours got a lot thing. Steel. Yeah, north of me, I know like Henry is north of me, like vaguely speaking, but they definitely got like 16, 18, you know. And then the snow on top, like the ice that's gonna be on top of it, so. Oh, that is good. Give me a jump back. Would've been good if I actually got another mimic there. I don't know where they are. Good, I didn't get the pox. Ew. Got another fortune. Sight came back, that's good. Steel came back, and nothing else. Yo, what's up, Astra? How you doing? I finally saw your friend request on Arknight, so I got you in. If anyone else is interested in friending me in Arknight, definitely join our Discord for that, or ask me tomorrow. Hold on. Okay. We are probably going to play Arknight tomorrow, because there is actually too much content. A little surprising how much content that game has, honestly, on the release. And it released very nice. Like, I was still like reminiscing on the release of Wuwa, how Wuwa had a little bit of Withering Waves had a little bit of controversy with its initial release, but then it cleaned itself up. But this one feels like it released really good. And I'm using, yeah, you know what? I had to skip today on stocks because I was looking at my options and they were all bad. Like I would only get like a 1k return. So I'm like, I'll just wait till tomorrow. And it's actually nice that it's like it's a 2-day process. So I can skip a day and just wait for it to be better. So I'm actually gonna see if tomorrow's gonna be better. Because every other day I've gotten at least 2k, 3k return. And this was the one time where like everything was selling high. And nothing was selling low. Well, like 2 things were selling low, but I wasn't gonna get a profit. So I think that's probably good for you guys, because then I think you can come to probably my ship and like sell something high, because I'm selling high. Probably to that effect. Dude, really, the stocks are... It's so simple and so quick, but it's actually really fun to deal with. And yes, there is stock trading in Enfield. There's resource management, there's building, there's stock trading. I finally made it to Willing last night. Nice! Yeah, last night I got to... I mean, this isn't really spoilers, right? Because it's inevitable. But I got to unlock the first factory. And I'd say I didn't get to do anything with the factory. I got a little sleepy, but... Link face, so cute. Yeah, dude, I'm like looking at the characters and I'm like, oh man, who do I want to pull next? Like, you gotta assume that these characters coming in are gonna be like eventual banners, right? So I'm like, oh man, who am I gonna pull next? Go here, go here. Lost my 50-50 on to him. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think I'm just totally skipping the banner, because I want to have the 120 guarantee. It's tempting though, like everyone is pulling and it's so tempting to make a pull, but I'm holding serve. I'm holding serve for my guarantee. I think Yvonne is probably who I want anyway, because I'm strong on ice, and I believe she's ice. I saw you rebuild your factory late again. Yeah, I completely uprooted it yesterday. That was basically what I did during the snowstorm, because I made an error with how I was managing everything, so I had to do it again. And actually I have to redo some of the factory today, but it's not that bad, and I'm actually have it set to go. Like it's literally like set. Like I don't have to touch it anymore. I just have to worry about the new region. You don't like the TD type of the game? How do you find the TD type of it in Enfield? I had a problem with one of the ones I unlocked yesterday. Like, it was hard. And it wasn't a problem. I had a lot of fun with it. It's just, it was actually difficult. Where every other one was like kind of chill. Okay, looks like I'm definitely doing the boss. Shoot. How big is this room? I'm gonna fortune. Is it only 3? I'm not gonna get a 500k. If it's just a 3. Oh, it's not. Okay. I want to save my resources for the next 4, though. It's a 4? Okay. I'm just gonna safety. You hate it! Like, yes, they're behind it, but I'm not gonna... Interesting. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was partially wondering if there was any worth of, like, saving my layout and being like, hey, use this layout if you want to get through tower defense. Because, like, to me, it's a lot of fun trying to manage it. So, again, the game has so many things that I enjoy, but yeah. It's not surprising that, like, not everything is gonna hit the mark with everyone. You pretty much ignore it. You just miss out on, like, the, if you don't do it at all, you kind of just miss out on the, what do you call it? On the buff that you get. And I mean, I guess you can do it, like, daily if you want to do that. And just get the 24-hour buff. Oh, no! Yeah, what I mean was, like, I was gonna literally take screenshots and be like, hey, put your tower here, like that thing. Like, not a blueprint, but just literally, like, screenshots of, like, you know, this is where... I mean, it's only, like, 10 towers, right? So, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I didn't really do it. I mean, I could probably do the last one, the one that I just did, which was actually really hard. Because I would imagine that there wouldn't be that much variance, if, like, 10 people put the same layout, there shouldn't be a variance. That's what I'm thinking. It should give you the same result, or more or less the same result, outside of, like, maybe some RNG situations. Like, I was thinking, like, maybe I can share some of my blueprints, but some of the way I've done some of my factories are a little convoluted. They make sense to me, but I don't know if they're gonna make sense to anyone else. Okay. Raising. That's actually nice, because I might... Would I raising the next floor? Not sure. I want to go to the boss now, though. Or I can wait for, like, one more respawn. I didn't get a single incense. I bet you there's an incense here, though. I didn't get a single incense here. Devotion, right. No. Devotion. And I used one to make sure it's at 2. I have to make sure I use one on the next set. I didn't pick up a flight either. That's odd. I did end up starting another POT character even though I said I would quit. But some science. Trying to get a solid record of how long it takes me. What did I just use? I just used the wrong button. That's fine. I didn't need it. It's okay. I got it back anyway because I knew that was in the chest, clearly. Trying to get a solid record of how long it takes me to get to maps while doing everything. It only took me a week to get to 94. That somehow didn't seem as bad as it felt in my mind, but I played times not accurate. Yeah. That's why I was joking with you, Nick, partially joking with you, but also serious. Where, like, you should look into speeds, because that, honestly, that made the whole idea of redoing a character appealing. Because it's like, oh, okay, well, I can get, like, I was able to get on Witch, I was able to get back to endgame in, like, 10 hours of playtime. Like, 10 to 12 hours of, like, I think 10 hours of playtime, with, of course, getting boosted by the previous gear that you had. That's awesome. And then you zoom through, like, 65 to 80, and, like, you could do that in, like, a day, if anything. And I'm talking, like, a day of playtime. Maybe, like, 5 hours. Like, that's fast. And that's really, really makes it, like, very, very appealing to do, because it's like, oh, yeah. Well, I can just get back here really quick. And that's an attributed to the fact that I learned how to do some speedruns, because with some of the tactics that I use, essentially, I can use the speedrun strat into a certain, like, 52 is the magic number there, and then you swap over to whatever build that you're working with, you know? Thanks for the follow, appreciate that. I'm gonna do this without an incense. Not sure if anyone show or talk about this yet, however, a FF11, fan developed an FF11 roguelite deep dungeon game in the browser you can play. It's actually a little mind-blowing. Released last month called Icho, on Icho called Zim. How does it... What's the relation to FF11? That does sound cool. Thank you for sharing that, though. Hey, Katsu. This place looks really pretty. Did I just see you hit return space, or am I seeing things? I am playing on a full keyboard, Esper. So, if I'm hitting enter to confirm targets. I'm hitting space to jump. So, like, I don't have the direct chat, right? So I'm not gonna trigger chat unless I hit a certain configuration on my keyboard. But we are playing on a full keyboard, so no mouse involved. So you're probably gonna see, like, backspace and all that stuff, but... it uses FF11 assets. Yeah, because I don't remember 11 having necessarily a deep... Well, Nizal Isle was the closest thing to Deep Dungeon in FF11, and that was a lot of fun. It was 100 floors. It literally had 100 floors, and you had save points and bosses and whatnot, so it was pretty adjacent to Deep Dungeon, but... Interesting. It's called... What's it called? Zim? What's Icho? I don't know what Icho is. What's Icho? I saw the link. I'll deal with that, unless I don't... dude. I don't have mods here. Who has mods here? I'll share that link once I finish this fight. Icho on Icho. Well, no, I know. Well, what is Icho? I don't know what Icho is. Itch.io. Like a... I guess that's for web games and such. Well, that would indicate that it's like... Would that mean that it's like a short game? Is that kind of what it is? Here. Oh, wait, I need to go this way. A little late. It has to be a Chromium browser. Any consideration that they'll put it on, like, Steam or something? I apologize for my phrasing. To enter this room, I thought you had to... Wait, okay. I want to read that and understand that for a second, so hold on. Let me kill the boss first. How's my time? Good. It's possible. Okay. My left toe was in it. But it didn't register. Haha! Should be fine on time. We fall. What? That's weird. Like my button didn't go up the way I wanted it to. Could have had one more respawn, but it's okay. This is not 500k. That floor set was very minimal in terms of like the rooms. I didn't get a lot of altars, didn't use sites, didn't do any lurings, so this should be under 500k. I didn't get 300 kills. 490? Yeah. That sounds about right. Okay, let me copy paste Katsu's link here. That's the message he had. There's some YouTubes as well to give a better idea, but the concept is interesting. Okay, Esper says, I apologize for the phrasing. To enter this room, I thought I had seen a tool be used that wasn't present in Palace of the Dead. Going off of the music is the Shadowbringer Deep Dungeon. A tool to be used that wasn't present in Palace of the Dead. I'm not sure, kind of, like, I don't know, like, okay, the best way I can put it is that Deep Dungeon in itself, all 4 iterations of Deep Dungeon work the same. How you enter the floor, how you do the thing, how you basically get into the content, it's all the same. But I would be interested in knowing what you mean by tool, just to, like, have some clarity. This is the 4th Deep Dungeon. It is Pilgrim Traverse. It is, you would call a Shadowbringer Deep Dungeon by the fact that we are in Shadowbringers, and all the music is basically Shadowbringers, except, actually, when you step into 31, I'm playing a playlist, so you're not going to hear what the game inputs as music, but they generally start injecting some Endwalker dungeon themes in here, on top of some Shadowbringer themes also. The boss themes are all the boss Shadowbringer boss theme. So, I thought I'd seen the word return, which implies it was a funny revive rock. It was the funny revive rock. I must have been misheard something. Oh, the calm of the calm of return is ever present in all the deep dungeons. Roy, thank you for the 18 months, dude. I hope you're doing well. I hope you weren't affected too much by the snow. The Karen of Return, the Calm of Return, that's in all the deep dungeons. For solo, it doesn't do anything because it's more meant for party content, where that is used. So the Karen of Return is used for when your party members die, and that's a way to raise them back up. So before they fixed up Phoenix Downs, that you can actually, like, they're in a much better situation. If you didn't have anyone that was capable of raising, then you would go to that one to bring people up. It added a difficulty to it, because let's say, like, 3 of your members die in a 4-person party, and you only cleared, like, half the floor. That one person has to figure out some way to, like, solo their way to that thing to raise people. So it was, like, a difficulty. They eased that up over time. But the Karen of Return appears in all the deep dungeons. It's just solo, you don't really deal with it. The storm is pretty light here. Mid last week, they were forecasting 8 inches. Wow, really? That's so weird. We had a Snack said that they forecasted snow, and they didn't get anywhere near what was forecasted either. I got exactly what they forecasted over here. We were supposed to get 8 to 12, and we got 11. So they were, like, right on target for us. But I guess maybe, I don't know. I was gonna say, like, maybe because it's a higher end, they would be more accurate. But if you missed out on 8 inches, then I guess maybe, like, you're on the tail end of it. Probably, like, we were, like, dead center, I think. So we were gonna get something regardless. It was just, what are we gonna get? Everyone in my stream last night was complaining about the snow, and I was like, damn, it's like, well, you're lucky. What the hell, man? Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I had to deal with the snow, so 65 and sunny. I don't think any, like, not to say, okay, I was gonna say you didn't have to say where you are. I'm like, I don't think anywhere in America was, like, anywhere above 60, I guess, except for SoCal. Right on the south edge of where it went. Gotcha. Hope you're having a good day, Professor. Hope the sun is good. I look outside and I just get flashbanged by snow. Anytime. Open the blinds, like, just gone. And it's still there. Like, it's gonna take a while for it to leave too. So. Okay. So today. Nowadays, the only reason you see me on camera is because I gotta do sponsorship. So we're gonna do our Tokyo Treats sponsorship. We have the Sakura Kobox here, and we're gonna do the Tokyo Treats. So I'm gonna figure out how to do that eventually. I'm thinking, like, I'll do the first box maybe after, like, 50, and then I'll do the next box towards the end of stream. I'm gonna be going a little bit later than normal, because I don't have my obligation for later, because I can't leave the house. So we'll see how far we get. I might even go for the clear if everything goes well. But if I die at some point, then we're just gonna set up the file. People posting these pictures with this weird white stuff everywhere. No idea what it is. Damn. Have you ever seen snow? It's always funny when, like, people who've never seen snow see snow in general. So, yo, Mr. Shadow Shiver. Thank you. I appreciate the good luck. I'm gonna smash an ad here. And we're gonna step into 31. I died in 31 set last time we were here, because I was a little overambitious. So this one, what's gonna be interesting for me to handle is just the resource management of, like, figuring out where to use what on the floors. And, like, there are certain floors I want to use certain things because of certain enemies, essentially. So I'll see how I can do that, and we'll just play it. If anything, I'll just be more, I don't know, I mean, I want to try to speed 31 to 50, and then we go a little bit more chill after that. So we'll see how it goes. Good. Snowed in, but good. Thanks for asking, Dixis. Ads are going out, and I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Thank you for watching. Wait, where's my pin? What happened to my pin post? Okay, there we go. There's my pin post. Alright, check out the pin for the sponsorship above the chat. See you in a little bit, guys. Okay, let's go in. BGM. Food up. Have to go 0 to 60 the moment I step in here. Alright, look. I'm thinking I'm gonna raising here. I found pretty hard in Red Mage. You're just me. Yeah, that's how I died. Because of that. Because I felt very vulnerable to yeah, I died to all the tentacle ladies essentially. That was how I died. Is the tentacle ladies killed me. I have a alluring. I mean, not alluring, a landmine. I think I'm ready to come back. My first solo clear save 61. Is it gonna be scary moving forward? Is it 61 in PT, or I imagine you mean PT, right? In terms of general strategy for raising, what I will tell you is that if it's your first time in a floor set, raising. No questions, just raising. Because you want to see more than less. And yeah, it's like, okay, well, what if I don't have a raising going to the next set? Well, that's okay, because you made it to the next set. You know? Like, you know the logic? Like, you made it there, good. I mean, even if you die, like, on the very first mob, it's okay, because you just progged. Instead of dying on, like, the set that you're still trying to prog on, at least you made it to the next one, and then you'll just roll the dice on whatever the game gives you after that, you know? But Machinist tried 61 before. Yeah, if you did it at least once before, I would say give it a shot. Like just go for it. Then you can go without the raising. But if you haven't done it before, then it's a little bit more of a different story. I'm surprised that I did not drop more HP than that. I was almost guaranteed that was gonna kill me, and I looked at my HP after the landmine, and I'm like, oh, we're actually okay. I am surprised by that, because what I was doing was I was relying on the pushback to shoot me through the landmine. Intending to take damage, by the way, and I don't actually think I took damage. I might have actually not taken damage from that pushback. I'm a little unsure what I want to do. Maze route. I have to go the other way. How are you finding Red Mage so far? Red Mage to me has always been flashy. And honestly, it hasn't disappointed on that department. It's still very flashy, and I like it. Now, I haven't gotten past 31, but the damage feels really good, so... I've always liked Red Mage. It's one of those jobs where it's like, I started Deep Dungeon as Red Mage, I put a lot of time into the job, and then I kind of went away from it because there were other jobs to go, and then of course it wasn't as popular, blah blah blah. But every time I go back to Red Mage, it definitely feels like home, if you will. Oh yeah, this job actually is good. You know, that's how I always looked at it. But I always have fun with it because I do make it look a little flashy. But my Red Mage gameplay is purely off of the knowledge I've gained from doing it in Deep Dungeon. Hello? Do I not have a target? Red Mage still the most comfiest job to play in PUTD, even though I'm doing better. Yeah, it does feel nice in PUTD. Honestly, I like it a lot in PUTD. Mudball, right? Because I intentionally did that. What do I want to do in the next set? You know, I want to consider the devotions maybe slightly later. Like, I think devotions into 35 and 36 might be not a terrible idea. I did want to burn out the devotions sooner than later just because I didn't want to overcap, but maybe I should have tried to overcap and use it later. Red Mage, yeah. Hey, mate, like, my profile's still Red Mage. Hey, Narnia, how you doing? Hey, Narnia. I always say it wrong. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Assuming I clear PUTD on Machinist, I'll probably do Heaven on High on Red Mage. I want to do the clear in one of the dungeons. Let's do it. Hey, Cecilia, how you doing? It's my magic voodoo trick right there. Hey, Hazel. Oh, I dodged it. Poggers. By the way, if anyone's playing Arknight Enfield, our community is like, we have a lot of community members playing that game. So if you want to join us in playing that game, please do. And there's actually a benefit in having a friends list. So I'm like collecting all the community members. So just keep it in mind. I'll be playing the game tomorrow. Almost guaranteed I'm playing the game tomorrow. At least one more day of Arknight, maybe more. Good. Took break, then went back to Heaven on High, picked a file, and I forgot to use the steal, so that's how that one went. Oh yeah, it happens. How did I miss this guy? What? Okay. Oh, you're dead. So, a very good steal. The anime girls yearn for the factory mines. They do, Zorby. I kind of wish they had more idle animations, because it is really awkward when I'm looking at a factory for like 3 hours and they're just standing there, you know? And then the administrator just has like this random like introspective conversation with herself. It'd be kind of cool if they had some like interactions. Pretty good in Heaven on High until I get to the 6171 set. Well, that's where it gets hard. Pretty well, says Cecilia. I'm back in POTD. After Omni clearing PUTD. Nice, congratulations. I will catch up to you hopefully by the end of the year. My pacing is like, I mentioned this like when I think last time we streamed 14. My current pace of like how we're doing PT jobs is actually at risk of not clearing before 8.0, and I have to kind of speed that up a little bit. Because I would like to finish PT before 8.0. Like, that is a goal. I didn't think it would be a problem though. And now it's like actually a logistical issue currently, so I'm ahead on time. Uh-oh, I'm also lagging. Yup. Yup. I have a steal going. It's a big room. DDoS the clock again? It hasn't happened that much, but also we were joking earlier that if I were to get DDoS, I'd just swap to Enfield. I think I hold to that. Like, if I just lose a file because of DDoSing, then I think I would. I'm not gonna play a game that frustrates me, you know? I'd rather play factories that frustrate me than Final Fantasy XIV that in itself, the game itself doesn't frustrate me, everything around it does. Got 3 clears so far, definitely is the easiest for you. Good. Hey, are you having fun? That's what's important. Are you having fun? I would say that's the most important part. Did I get hit with that? Really? No traps. Pretty sure I didn't save. Bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh, the leg. Oh, the leg! Just stay in motion. What do I want to do? I think I definitely want to look into a devotion now. If it ever goes off. I ran past the exit because I was trying to type. I'm already experienced now from testing DDoS systems and how to disconnect this run, keep the stream going. No, that's a problem. Like, if I actually disconnect on like 61 plus, that's fine, or 51 plus. We're doing speedruns, so if I disconnect, I essentially lose the speedrun. You know what does save a lot of time is having your passive tree and support gems already picked, so just following my latest build. Yes, it does. It does save a lot of time. It's almost like you're speedrunning the passive tree, right? So I'm gonna use this floor as a partial excuse to maybe nuke it. We'll see. Or why witching? I'm not sure. I think that the enemies later are actually more difficult than now. I think I need to take that into consideration. I do have a witching though. Boy, come on. This isn't the first time that, like, I'm on this set in particular and it's giving me an issue because of the lag. Kill that one in particular. How's my time? My time is... I need to be out of here by 45. Okay. Oh, I have anointment, right? I forgot I had anointment. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't decide to nuke this then. Strength. I have to run back and get the witching, which is the only unfortunate part, but the rare useful anointment. But I mean, if I get hit with 3 things in quick succession, you just have to hope that me lagging would actually, like, get it back, you know what I mean? Oh, the lag got me, you know? Do-do-do. Yeah, I mean, you know what's been interesting, Ross? When I've been trying to practice a little bit on the speedruns, now that I've gone with disabled pausing, what you also... It isn't so much like those details, right? What your build is, how your tree comes in. It's the finer details of... Wait, stop. It's the finer details of when you actually use your skill points, because I can't just like level and then go to my character and then use them. I have to find certain spots to use them. And so what I'm using is like during boss animations, right? When they're loading in, okay, time to start spending my points. And like that's something where that optimization comes in as well. Which is of course what PC will have to do. But for me, who's getting used to it not having pause, it's like those optimizations that come into play of like, okay, let me just dump my 5 points right here, you know? What's up, Colleen? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you didn't get hit with too much of the weather. Or maybe it had nothing to do with you, so that's even better. Okay. a little questionable there. Okay, don't like the idea that, I don't like the idea that this is like, the exit is dead center right here. You know? So maybe I go to... Oh, well, it's not necessarily dead center. It's kind of a bad layout. I have to go 2 rooms every single direction. Lots of snow, no ice, probably 24! Yikes! That's double what I had. I mean, that's still a lot, but still. Yikes. I'm considering making a shop filter string as well, because I have that. I do use that for the speeds. Copy paste it straight in. That's it. Nice and easy. But it's like, I don't know. The one I was using was like POB.RE, and for some reason it didn't seem as good as I was hoping for. Because I was like, let's say I wanted to look for lightning damage. I, for whatever reason, can't filter lightning. And I don't know how, like, that works out. Because, like, you would do, like, movement speed and, like, plus skill stuff, but I can't do, like, lightning. And I specifically needed lightning for my speedrun build. I just got done clearing a path to the front porch to the street. The car is buried and can wait until the guy I have that comes into cleaning gets here. Yeah, I gotta... Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up to try to clear that all up, too. Because I'm gonna see if I can move around, but we'll see how it goes. They said it's rejects, but I'm somewhat familiar with rejects. It doesn't look like to use. Have to fiddle with their string. Gotcha. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Wasabi? Hope you're keeping good in the storm. I have a question to... Yeah, please, ask it away. And I apologize if I'll be slow on it, but please ask it. I'm doing okay in the storm. We're doing okay. I think I might burn a witching for the next 4 sub. At least it's above single digits here today. See, like, you just have it worse. Like, period, it's just worse for you, right? Because everything you're saying, it's like, oh, it's not as bad as it is here. Like, but not as bad as I have it. As you have it. Whatever that lingo was. Like, we're in the 20s, tomorrow we'll be in the teens, and you're like, I'm glad it's not single digits. It's like, well, we're not gonna get single digits, but I guess you are. Yay, tentacle ladies. Oh, no, I don't have steel. Okay. Where was that chest? Christ. I was gonna witching this area, but I guess not. I now have a potion going. Everyone be safe if you're in the snow. Just staying cozy and don't go out. Yeah. Don't go out and watch some Twitch. How about that? Fortune. What's up? But which food is better for PT? I always say raid food. Like, I'm not the expert on food for sure. For casters, I do like having spell speed. But usually it's like, the go-to is usually like determination and direct hit. I usually just go for that, but I don't go any too crazier than that. Okay. Safety. How's my time? We're on time at the moment. I keep messing up the bomb trick on warrior for any pointers on how to make bomb trick. Oh, landmines. Home gang. Home gang will be definitely a good way to look into it. I would definitely home gang first. Like you would like you're about to step into it and then home gang. That would be a good way to do it. Determination or direct hits would be kind of what I would go for. Spell speed if you're a caster, but that's more of a personal preference thing. Oh. Oops. There was a trap there. I knew there was a trap there. I might have to dump that specific chest. I'm sort of curious to hear on that video is that the map layout is like 70% of the time actually corresponds to the orientation of the overworld map. I think Dev said that it's a bug when it doesn't. Interesting. It's a bug when it doesn't. That's interesting. Yeah, because usually like it does rotate, but also usually you can tell like if you're spawning east, then the exit is probably west or something like that. Exit is that away. I'm gonna have to do something with this room because of all the pet trees. I don't know if I just use my poison fruit, but I definitely gonna use something. I probably will just use poison fruit here because this is how I died last time. Unless I can get them gathered pretty okay here, and I'll do the witching. I actually did. Yeah, so you would want to go, like, home gang is a good way to practice it. And then there's two things that you can do. One, you want to do your raw intuition. You want to do your raw intuition, like, almost right before you're about to step in the landmine. Or, like, yeah, you always want to hit raw intuition right before you step in the landmine. Then the better thing is to, like, actually hit the, like, an attack as you're going through the landmine. Because the way it kind of it cascades the damage, like at some point it's going to cascade your way up even after you hit the landmine, so you don't have to do it directly after you hit the landmine. So you can heal almost as you're hitting the landmine because you did that. That's one way to kind of make it efficient as well. Steal. I think I nuke this floor if I can use things. I probably nuke this floor out of principle because of the lag. And it isn't me. Well, actually, part of it is me. I just saw my OBS dip a tiny bit there. I guess it is a little bit me. Maybe it isn't the game. The witching back though. That hit me? I'm just gonna nuke it, forget it. The way this is going right now. I'm hard stuck in this chest. Okay. I sprinted 10 years ago. This is like mega bad. Like I might actually lose the speedrun because I'm just lagging, which will be funny. Come on, recover. I believe in you, game. Come on! They made me use 2! Unreal. They remembered the input and made me use 2. I'm working on, like... It's like I'm playing in JP right now. Holy moly. I think I don't get the speedrun because of this lag. That's actually incredible. What keyboard do I use? It's called Kinesis Gaming Split Keyboard. I'll type in chat. That's okay. Well, I tried my best. I tried my best there. I am legitimately not getting the speedrun because of this. Unless it miraculously heals itself right now, there's no way I get a speedrun. Hey Polina, how you doing? Oh my god. Dude, I'm dead. I just want to redo this file at this point. It's kind of pointless because I can't even do anything here. Are you now gonna be not actually lagging? Unbelievable. I can't, dude. Yeah, oh yeah. Wow, lag's gone. Amazing. I can't find my shortcast. No, I'm still lagging like hell. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and now I'm not gonna be able to... Forget it. This file is dead. I can't do anything. You know, people abuse the word unplayable, and I think that's how it seems in this case. Yeah? Yeah. That's unplayable. I got a new high score though. Heyo. That's fun. Frustrating. I'm not even loading here. I mean, you guys are seeing it as it is, right? I mean, that's just bad. So